I'd like to welcome you
to a little place that we think is really cool.
Let's talk about the music, let's have a laugh.
You already know what it is.
It's the Plug
Podcast.
It's the Plug Podcast.
It's the Plug Podcast.
You already know who it is. So why are we still singing this? Let's get on with the Plug Podcast. Hello and welcome back to the Plug Podcast. It is I, if you didn't know who it was, Joss Taylor.
That was. I'm Diego Barraza.
And today we are here with very special guest over the internet. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Sammi Constantine.
There was a bow in case you're watching this, or in case you're listening
to it,
and you're not watching. There was a bow, and it was a very good bow. So thank you for that.
Yeah, it was a very
welcome to the
bow.
podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Very
Thank you for
gracious.
having
Where'd you learn that? Where'd you learn that bow?
exciting. I was a dancer for my whole life, so the curtsy is just
Ah. Okay, that's very interesting because I was watching us dance and I was like, wow, yeah, look at us, two dudes who don't know how to dance.
That's me.
I was watching us dance in the camera and I was like, yeah.
Nah, those are good dancers.
Okay.
I was like fake DJing,
I did see the
good.
DJing. The DJing was
It
cool.
was hot.
That's a
It
classic.
was hot stuff.
That's reliable. That's all reliable to me, Like,
Should we play the first segment song?
yeah. So we have a song to introduce the first segment. Here it is.
What would you like to plug about yourself? Yeah.
I'm pretty insecure about my dancing abilities now, so I'm going to be doing just like little G's for all the music. So if you didn't catch that is what would you like to plug about yourself?
Well, I suppose the most obvious thing that I should plug is the fact that I do music and
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, doesn't it? So yeah, I guess I don't know how much you want to know.
Give me everything. So
We've got time. Yeah.
Let's start at I'm pretty sure you released a song last week, or maybe it was
2
the week
weeks
before.
ago, I think, right?
I think it was literally last week.
Let me check the date.
Last week today. Yeah, it was 1 week ago.
So a week ago. Yeah, February 1st. There you go. Cool. So let's start with let's start at the most current song, and then we can work backwards.
Sure.
All right,
I like that. I like that idea.
So yeah, this new song, it's called Dopamine. What's it about? Why'd you write it? Why'd you release it? What's the plan going forward from here?
Why green?
Et cetera, et cetera.
Why green?
Well,
I
yeah,
need to
green.
know.
I do love green.
I love green, but I just need to know the thoughts behind it.
Look,
The think.
These are all
Give me the think.
These are all incredibly valid questions, and I'll do my best to answer them all for you. Okay, well, first of all, green, because why the heck not?
Yeah, so true.
There's not much more to that one, to be honest with you. It was just kind of like, we need to bring in some colour to the Sammi Constantine brand, and that's the
Green's
colour
good.
we chose.
Of all the colours, where would the green rank?
Look, to be honest with you, I've done red, I've done blue, I've done a few other colours, and green was just the next step, okay? So I don't want to hear
Yeah, I
it.
see. I like it. No. You got to get through all the colours. I think that's fun. There's no ranking. It's just pure. We'll get to all of them.
I'd like to add that there's effectively an infinite amount of colors.
That's true. So you have to release an infinite amount of songs, essentially.
So what I'm
to cover
hearing
all bases.
What I'm hearing is we're starting off really strong with you hate the single artwork for Dopamine.
Absolutely not. No, I love green.
Yeah.
So.
I think Coolsville sucks.
No. Well, that's
Is that what
that's
I'm
that
hearing?
question out of the way. Yeah. No. I like the artwork. Why Dopamine? What's the song about? I suppose.
Yeah.
So basically, Dopamine for me is kind of like a third single from my upcoming debut EP, big old debut. And
Hell yeah.
This whole EP is kind of like a bunch of statements that I think are really important and need to be said. And so Dopamine for me is kind of just like about the human condition, and it's about weeding out people and things and emotions and everything that just serve you, that don't make room for growth and allow you to be better. So it's just kind of one of those just like letting go kind of songs for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Leaving the negatives behind, keeping
Yeah,
the
exactly.
positives.
Exactly.
Hence the name, Dopamine. It all makes sense. It all works out. That's cool.
I have just made the connection that the word dope comes from dopamine.
Yeah, true. I never really thought about that. Does it?
What else would it come from?
Like, are we just assuming here? Look,
I'm pretty sure it
I believe
does.
it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's say so.
Like,
That's exciting.
Dopamine is like a chemical released in your brain when
Chemical,
something
yeah.
is like good and you feel motivated.
When
So
something
it's
is
like,
dope.
It's dope. Woo. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. That's clever. Whoever came up with that. That's clever. That's real
Is
clever.
that why doping
things.
is called doping as well? Is that got anything to do with it? It does make sense.
Does it? I don't know.
We're learning a lot right now. This is exciting. I like learning stuff.
Okay. All right. Well,
So, no, we love to get off topic. Don't
We
get me
do
wrong.
like getting off
But
topic.
back
I
on
love it.
topic. So, you did mention an EP coming out. Is there any like insight into that? Was that spoilers or?
Well, essentially, you've already heard 3 tracks of the upcoming EP. There's one to go, and then
Oh, yeah.
maybe some goodies. But yeah, I guess what else can I really say about it? You can expect it around March. I can tell you that.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah. So the other songs on this EP are "Wannabe," which I released in, I believe, December, and "Lemonade," which I released in. I'm trying to think of the date. I think it was November. No, it was September because it was my birthday.
Let's see how you go. Do you have a date? Do you want to guess? I've got the answer right here.
Oh, was it not my birthday? No, was it the week after? Oh God. No, it was October
When's your birthday?
5th,
Yeah, when's your? Yeah, you nailed it. There, good.
September
Good job.
28th. Oh, yeah. Nice. One week after.
go. So, it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me that like with your releasing schedules and everything being so tightly knit, it seems like you've been planning this for a while.
Yeah.
Would I be correct in assuming so?
The EP, you mean, or just this whole thing?
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing, I guess. But the EP specifically.
My whole life has been planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's, I mean, like an EP is something I've been working up to for a long time. I've been doing music for a long time. I've been releasing since like 2015, and I've just kind of like taken a long time to grow into what I wanted to say and what I wanted my music to be about. And so these, like, I've kind of promised an EP over the years and then kind of like backed out silently because I've gone, it's not what I want it to be yet. And like I always
Right.
thought that an EP for me would be this really like conceptual, like theme-based kind of thing, and it's just this just isn't anymore, and I'm just like really happy with it being a bunch of statement pieces that I'm just like really passionate about. And so
That almost is a theme in itself, but isn't it? Like just have no theme is the theme.
Whoa.
You know?
I mean, yeah, whoa.
But I like because I mean, you know, when you songwrite, obviously, I don't know, people songwrite down specific avenues and whatnot. Like I almost said Pacific Avenue then. Shout out. Yeah, but like your songwriting almost becomes thematic in that, like, you know, you might write 5 songs and you're like, well, these have got a lot of common, so it kind of makes sense to release them all as the same like project. You know what I mean?
Totally. And I think a lot of singers have obviously their like, you know, their style, like they kind of fit into their own little niche, and like people know it's a me song because it's me. So it's like it's always going to be somewhat, you know, the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like you, I don't know, from personal experience in being a professional overthinker, it sounds like you just came to a point where you're like, what have I been doing? I just need to release an EP, you know? I just need to do it.
Pretty much, yeah, 100%. And it came with like a lot of like wanting to make sure that the songs were, I don't know, like worthy of an EP, and because, you know, like by the time you release the singles and then the EP comes out, then you need to continue to promote those songs that are on the EP, and you want to make sure that you believe in those songs and like it's worth spending months promoting that, you know what I mean? So it took me a while to get to the point where I believed in the certain amount, like the certain songs.
It's I find it so hard like releasing music because like you build up and up and up and up and then it comes out and then it's like, what now, you know? Like I find a lot of the time that's where I like sit. I mean, I haven't released music in ages, but like like when I have released music in the past, it's like, what now? So I think going into it with like not like more of a plan, but like, you know, backing yourself more and being like, I know these songs are going to be like killer and good, and the EP is going to come out, it's going to bang. Like it makes you more motivated, I guess, to like be like, oh, what now? Well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, and then, you know, and then I'm going to rule the world.
So in terms of like, oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think a good artist is prepared. You know what I mean? Like, I think having some kind of structure and plan for your releases is why it works and why it'll be successful. But then in the same breath, I've definitely thrown out songs and they've done better than others. So there's really not one way to do it, but I do think having some kind of plan is worth it for us overthinkers.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you don't if you're a serial overthinker, it's good to be like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to leave it and not think about it again, and be content with that.
So in bringing that up, I guess my question is, once this EP is done and once it's released, and you're going to obviously continue to promote it and pump it and make people listen to it at gunpoint and say, listen to it.
On the street.
Yeah, on the street. Just ambush people.
Listen.
I'm like, by the way.
I guess my question is like I said before, you've obviously planned this whole thing out. Do you have plans beyond the release in terms of releasing more, or
gigs?
Gigs is a big one.
I know
gigs. You're playing. What's the date today? Should we give spoilers? Well, the date is the 8th of February. I know you're playing tomorrow at Waywoods.
Oh, yeah.
Waywoods?
No, Lansdowne, right?
Lansdowne.
I think it's at Lansdowne. I hope it's at Lansdowne because that's where I'm going to drive to.
They're not that far apart. You can just run up the road. Yeah, as fast as you can. Yeah, Lansdowne, right?
We'll be fine. Yeah.
And this episode will be out by then. So, wow, what a good gig, Sammi. You really you crushed it. That was amazing.
It was awesome.
Wow.
I really
blew the roof off of the wet. Yeah.
My best show.
You're really talking to yourself. No. Now it has to be your best show.
I agree. Yeah. That was easily.
Pressure.
Yeah.
But to answer your question,
so yeah.
I have a plan. I always have a plan. I genuinely have OCD, so plans are a thing that I have for everything, not just music. I definitely. Essentially, the plan is to just keep rolling out music that I believe in and that I love, and obviously I have the songs, and I'm also open to writing more songs that might make more sense for that, particular time or something, and I'll kind of move things around. But for the most part, I've got quite a lot of songs ready to go, and I spent a lot of years writing and getting ready what I want to say, if that makes sense. Like I've really got like up until November ready. So yeah.
Damn, that's sick. I wish I was that. That's
but
awesome.
You know what? OCD comes with a curse too, though, because it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, because if you don't succeed, then if you don't succeed at what? Oh my god, this fell off my pants. Sorry. If you don't do. Yeah, no, it is dangerous. If you don't do what you set out to do, it can be detrimental, I feel like. But I mean, at the same time, what? Whoa.
I've accidentally pressed the button.
Oh, that wigged me out.
Beautiful, to be honest. I was into that.
We'll hear that again in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's supposed to be between segments, so put that away, buddy. Not joking. But yeah,
that's a sensitive mouse. God damn.
OCD sucks, but can also be good. That's basically what I'm saying.
I read this. It was an article or two about having OCD and being a creative. It can be. It really is from what I've read. It's it really is two sides of the same coin. Yeah. Really, where it's you have this part of you where it's like you said, it can be detrimental, but and it would take. I mean, like you said, you've been releasing music since 2015, so and it seems like you're in a place where you're really, I would say just from impressions, it seems like you're very comfortable with everything you're doing, and it seems like it took that time to figure out this is what I want to do now. I've figured it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Props to you, first and foremost.
It takes a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it also
and
comes
a lot
with
of
just simple things like touring and learning about yourself and therapy and just a bunch of other trial and error as well. It's not I all of a sudden woke up and was I know how to work with my OCD and cool, I'm going to be super organized. I got a lot of friends that have ADHD, which is they have some characteristics, but for the most part, it's complete opposite, and they just can't focus and they can't get anything done. And they're I wish I had OCD, and I'm yeah, but I'm up all night being I need to have this done, I need to do this, and then I need to so it has its but I'm also incrededly productive to the point where I burn out. So it's
There's ups and downs to everything,
Totally.
And So following that, like you said, so what do you do in your life otherwise? You know, if you're not being a musician, if you're not like on stage or whatever, like what's an everyday life in the eyes of Sammi look like? An everyday life and
Well,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think
I do know what I'm talking about, but I can't.
I know what you mean.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Perfect. Awesome.
That's
all that matters.
I got you. Well, I've done a lot of different things in my life, but at the moment I am working in music marketing and gosh, what am I doing? And I like to go to Pilates and
sick.
God, I don't even know. Like
I know you write for a lot of
mentoring.
other people, right?
Yeah, and I do a lot of writing. So pretty much like I get one day off a week on a Friday, and I pretty much try to fill that with a session of some sort, whether I'm writing for somebody else or, you know, working on my own stuff. And I mentor a lot of people. I also write for a lot of like, you know, like random top lines for DJs and like that kind of thing. So
that's so sick.
Yeah. So like I really don't ever do nothing. Like it's just not really a thing, but I love it. Like I love to be busy,
I feel
so
that.
it's good. Yeah.
You fill the space as much as you can, right?
Exactly, yeah. No, that's so much fun. So I guess this is the part of the podcast where we like to be like, oh, do you have any other like friends or things that you do like creatively? It could be even not creatively, just basically anything else that you would like to plug about anybody else in your life, anything else that you're a part of, anything else that you like to work on.
I have some dings to accompany. I'm just going to give you the warning before I just ding suddenly and it scares
and you're
you.
like, what the hell is that?
It'll also be a little bit delayed because we are doing this over the internet.
Yeah, this is over the internet.
So prepare for some delayed dings.
Okay, well, I guess the first person that I would obviously like to plug is my incredible partner, Gabriel Paris, who is also a magician. He's not a magician.
A magician?
He's a musician.
Wow. Your partner is a magician.
Is he in the room right now?
Is he behind me? Oh my God, is he behind me?
That'd be funny.
Is he me? Am I?
Oh my God, no.
No, keep going.
He is an incredible musician, and we do total opposite music. Like he's like, I call it hopeful pop, and I'm like dark pop. So it's very different, and we're not very good at working together because I'm like, that is so corny and lame. Like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, that's a bit depressing. You can't say that. So, but he's great. He's amazing.
Great.
That's fun.
So he plays live with you as well, right?
Yes, he's also in my band. He's my MD, so he puts everything together for my live set.
Amazing.
Yeah, and he's very talented. He plays the cello, he plays the guitar, he plays the piano.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. To be honest, it's stupid.
It's awesome. I wish I could play that many things, but yeah.
Me
Anybody
too.
else?
Oh, okay. On the spot.
Yeah, it's hard on the spot, isn't
I want to shout out everyone. Like, I just want to shout out everyone. Like, on any like female independent artist right now, like, shout out to you because time's
Hell
tough.
yeah.
Shout out all the women. Woo. I always feel it's so strange saying that because I'm like, yeah, women. as a guy, it's like
it's just awkward coming out of a man.
It's so easy. It would be so easy and hilarious for somebody to take that out of context and be like, "This guy's gross."
Yeah, exactly.
No, but seriously, shout out all independent female artists because let's face it,
they automatically do it tougher than anybody else. So like, it's just always worth a shout out.
Yes.
Maybe I should shout out my mom just so she doesn't like hate me, you know? Like, shout out mom.
We've had a few mum shout outs before.
Mum plugs are always common. Yeah. It's always good to plug your mum.
Yeah.
I mean, they birthed me. She birthed me, so you know, we gotta shout it out.
It's if you're not shouting out, you know, the birther, then what are you doing?
What are you doing? Who are you?
What are you doing?
Agreed.
Anyone else come to mind?
Shout out to you guys for having me on pod.
Stop it.
Stop
You didn't
it.
do the ding. I love a ding.
Okay, we're gonna ding for
I feel
ourselves.
gross again.
Yeah, it feels bad dinging ourselves, doesn't it?
Feels bad saying it.
Saying dinging ourselves. Go ding yourself, man.
Yeah, nice. That's good.
That'd be funny and so.
But it's more of a compliment.
I can't think of anybody else.
Nah,
hey, that's all right. That's so fine.
On the spot plugs are hard,
and it's perfect timing because we got to just about wrap this one up.
Exactly. So we're gonna pause the podcast and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about some albums that you've plugged. That's gonna be fun.
That is gonna be
Sounds
fun.
good.
All right.
Here is a guitar lick break that you haven't heard before.
I swear to God.
Swear to God. Swear
Never.
mums.
We're good. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey.
If I edit this episode, I'm going to keep in the part where Joss counts down. 3, 2,
Please
1.
don't. we always talk about how we never really know how to come back into segments. So Diego's just shining a light on that more. and he
Coming out of a segment's so easy because we have like a little guitar
Yeah,
thing. But
exactly.
coming into a segment, it's like, welcome back.
Why did you say Irish then? Anyway, we've got thingos. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm drinking water. I'm
This one?
neglecting my responsibilities. Yeah,
Okay,
that one.
We're going to listen to this song now.
I'm going to show you some.
What album are you plugging today? Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Joss?
What album?
Wow.
Or albums? First,
Yeah.
I just want to start off with the first. I think it's the first time someone's plugged 2 albums by themselves.
Yeah.
right?
Usually our single guests plug an album, and if we have more than one guest, then they plug like an album each.
Yeah, an album each, but
And you couldn't decide, so you
So
were
we
like
just-
two albums.
and we were like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Never done.
Overthinker.
Yeah.
So
That's
if you're
good.
listening to this and you're thinking, well, there's no limit, that's the limit. 2 albums, no more.
It is true.
Great.
And they only do it because I'm an overthinker and I release a song about being an overthinker. So they're like,
Exactly.
We have
So
to
you-
do it.
So you have to release a song about overthinking before, that's the
There
prerequisite.
you go.
There's
I
a lot
see,
of
I
prerequisites.
see, I
But
see.
yes,
It's in the contract.
What albums are you plugging today?
I am plugging Halsey's albums. First one is Hopeless Fountain Kingdom, and the second one
That's
is
the one?
Manic.
All right.
And with that,
Uh-huh.
Halsey becomes the second artist to be plugged twice.
Twice.
How about that?
Wow.
Who was the first? Who was the first? I need
You.
to be their friend. Oh,
No, no, but like as in like so someone else plugged. So another artist was plugged twice, but like not in the same episode.
But
It was
between
almost-
two people.
It was almost like two seasons apart. So like someone plugged King Cruel like 2 years ago, and then someone plugged King Cruel literally like the episode that came out today.
dang.
So pretty exciting.
Wow.
So congratulations for that. Why did you plug Halsey? What's the story behind your plugging of Halsey?
Because I know that a lot of people disagree with this, but I think that she's a lyrical genius, which kind of hurts my feelings. But the reason I think she's a lyrical genius is because, I don't know, it's just the way that she not just tells the story, but she also manages and gets it across really well. She also manages to make everything rhyme, and all the song things and the melodies are just so interesting. And I know she does a lot of slam poetry, and that's kind of how I write as well. A lot of my lyrics start as you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah.
What's
and you
that?
can hear that in her
I was gonna
in the
say,
way that she writes.
I feel like her rhythms, I suppose, of delivering words and lyrics and stuff like that remind me of rap music a lot of the time.
Iambic pentameter is what I'm thinking of.
What's that?
Iambic pentameter is when they're in couplets of 5 couplets of 2. So
Okay.
it's ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I
That's
just
cool.
love it.
Yeah.
And
That's fucking.
I think she's so she's younger than me as well, which is crazy, but she's just so I feel like she's wise beyond her years, and she just, if you've ever watched an interview with Halsey, I'm her biggest fan. If she's listening and we don't get to fight ever, I'm going to die unhappy. That's how much of a fan I am. But it's
If
just-
Halsey's listening, why are we not getting paid?
But honestly, yeah, I don't know what it is, but she's just every interview as well, she's so thorough in what she's saying. She knows what she's saying, and it's just wow, it's just damn, I don't know.
I will say that in the 2 albums that I've listened to, I don't know what you're right. I don't know exactly what it is she does, but whatever it is, that style of hers, she's very consistent and good at it.
Absolutely, yeah.
She really has that down to a science, I feel like.
And I think she's
And
brave
I always-
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's sometimes really difficult to stick out, especially in her field of music, like just pop music in general. Sometimes it's really hard to stick yourself out there. But I feel like when a Halsey song comes on, I can recognize it almost instantly because she's just got such a unique and recognizable voice, and she's such a good singer as well. I came into this not with many expectations, but I came out I guess surprised. I wouldn't say I'm surprised because, like I said, I didn't have any expectations. But I ended up liking it a lot more than maybe I thought I was going to. So it was very pleasant. I was really like stoked to like come out the other end thinking like, hell yeah, this is awesome. Like
I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but
negative Nancy.
No, I don't want to be a negative. I said I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I was just gonna say that I listened to her most recent album that she put out. Well, that's not what I want. Yeah, I think I listened to what I think was her album that she put out last year.
The one called "If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power."
That one, yeah. And I just like I didn't enjoy it very much, and I think like I sort of took that expectation into listening to these two albums, but I like these like quite a bit more than I thought I was going to as well. Based off of based off of like a very half-assed listen to an album like that came out last year.
Mind you, we only listened to these albums like once or twice.
And it was a very different stylistic choice. Like she went with like a very rock heavy like kind of thing, which I think I love when it's like, you know, I get why she did it when she did it, blah blah blah, but it's not my kind of thing. I much prefer like the really intricate like dark sounds of the previous albums. But it doesn't mean I'm not like a fan of her overall. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I've always been intrigued because like I did hear a lot of like a discussion around this album that she released, like people saying like, oh, like it's very different to her older stuff. So it's like, you know, I feel like if you're a fan of her older music, you're probably going on that one like not liking it. But I heard a lot of people who were like, oh, this is the first time I've listened to Halsey and I actually like really enjoyed it. Like, so I think it's interesting to see how people's different perspectives coming into like her new music and how it changes. And I mean, not just even hers, like anyone's, you know what I mean? Because
God, I mean, if you listen to my first stuff, my God, like it's not the same Sammi. Like.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like an artist that comes to mind recently who did something very similar is Lil Yachty, if you know Lil Yachty. His new album's been like, you know, talked and raved about for like it's just everyone's like hyping it up
since it came out. Yeah,
it's just so different to like anything he's ever released. He's like a trap artist and he's releasing like this like psychedelic rock album, and so it is interesting to see like, you know, artists like Halsey and like Lil Yachty and stuff like that just go, fuck it, I'm going to go completely out of my comfort zone. I think I just respect that so much. I
respect it a whole lot. No matter like my one dude's enjoyment of it does not reflect its quality whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I like something, then I will back that it is the best thing ever released.
Should we start like let's unravel a bit more in Hopeless Fountain Kingdom, because this is her second album, came out in 2017. I don't want to be like pick one, but like, you know, which album would you say was like the one that's stuck with you the most?
Oh God. Well, okay, here's the thing. I saw her live at the Horden, which would have been maybe 2018 or something. And it was obviously that album, the Hopeless Fountain Kingdom. And so I have like so many, it was a really hard time for me. Like I was going through an engagement breakdown. I was whole thing, right? So all of those songs on that album for me is like me driving at like 3 a.m., like listening like real loud, just being like, you know, like that was the time period for me. So when I saw it live, like I kid you not, my boyfriend at the time was like, he was like, is it raining? And I was like, what do you mean? And I'm like my tears were just being thrown onto him. Oh my God. I was just so emotional to see it. To like, you know, when you like connect with like a song and you're like, this was written for me. Like, oh my God. Yes. So I'm very emotionally attached to that one.
Yeah. The contextually speaking, this one sort of, it attached itself to you just due to the time period.
And so you're already like a big fan of Halsey before Manic came out. So like, how was it like being like a fan of hers for like probably like, you know, 3 or so years and then listening to Manic? Because obviously you said you can't choose between the two. So you must love that one just as much, right? Yeah,
definitely. But then again, like, you know, Manic has its whole other like time period memories for me as well.
Yeah.
But I really love how in that album though, she got really, I feel like she got a lot more vulnerable. What's the song? Is it 929? I think it's called.
Yeah,
929. And also, I'm trying to remember what it was called. Ashley, I think it's called Ashley. That's which
the
is the
first
name.
one, yeah.
Yeah. Those two are like stunning. Like I'm just like, how do you write like that? Teach me. Like
the little sample at the beginning of 929 where she's like explaining to someone, I was born on like at 9:29 on the 9th of, well, because American moment, you know, like the 29th of September.
Yeah.
God.
At 9:29.
Which is the day after your birthday. That's crazy.
Yes, it is. Good luck.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm retaining memories.
Big brain.
But yes.
I expect flowers at my door on the 28th of September.
Now I will remember. Okay. But yeah, like I just thought it was really funny and like a really interesting like soundbite to just put at the front of it.
Yeah.
I just like shit like that all the time.
I think that's
love
what
little
I love
like
most about her, like the way she puts in like random sounds. And like I haven't found a producer yet that is like willing to be really experimental with me. Like when I go, I can't even think of anything, but like let's say for example she's got a song called Drive. There's all these like car sounds in there and whatever, and then like another song might have something that relates to what she's talking about, and I just like the soundscape and the atmosphere that she creates with those sounds to me is like I get shivers when I listen because it's just that cool. Like it's so simple, but I just love it.
Yeah, it is like I think songwriting is just it's straightforward, but it's just so powerful, you know. Like I think like some of my favorite songs. I know we were like talking about favorite songs before.
Favorites.
Should we get into favorites?
Favorites. We got 2 albums to talk about. So we do have some favorites.
I feel like I already spoiled my favorite on the other one, Manic, because I think it probably would be 929.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I mean, like I didn't get to listen to that one nearly as much as I listened to Hopeless Fountain Kingdom, so I feel like I retained a lot more from Hopeless Fountain. I can't speak. Hopeless Fountain Kingdom. What does the name even mean? Because it's such a it's a cool name.
It was a Romeo and Juliet themed album, and so it was all like I was talking about before. Like I've always thought I wanted to do something like that, like a very what is the word?
Conceptual.
Thematic? Yeah. Conceptual. Yeah. So,
thematic. Conceptual.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Heaven and Hiding was like when that song came on, I was like, oh yeah, shit, yeah. This is sick.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. You know, that's just a really good song. I think I liked Alone, Good Morning as well.
Yeah.
Even Lie with Quavo, which I was like, I saw a Quavo feature and I was like, I'm not gonna like this. And I was like, damn man, Quavo it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. I thought so too. I was like,
it's just poetry. The words that you said. Like I love it.
Hearing Quavo get all sentimental and introspective like that was so interesting.
I love when like you get like someone whose music's just like so stereotypically like I don't know, not very in depth. It's not very like personal, introspective or anything like that. And you just put them on a song where it's like, all right, now we're getting deep.
Deep.
Because like sometimes it works really good. Like there's another really good example of Skepta on one of my favorite Blood Orange songs, if anyone knows Blood Orange.
Oh, you showed me this one. Yeah, you showed me the song.
Where he just goes in and it's like beautiful. And I'm like, I don't listen to Skepta. I don't really like love his music or anything, but like that feature for some reason always just stuck with me because I was like I'm sure he gets like personal in his own music or something, but there's just something about that song where I'm like, I feels like he's like really speaking from the heart, and I just appreciate that.
It'd be so interesting to and to be like a feature artist and to come onto somebody else's song, especially somebody who's like such a different style to you, and then to have and to like pour your heart out into this feature it feels like such a not grueling, but it feels like such a big task, and it feels like something that like just being able to do it, whether you do it quote unquote well or not, like just being able to do it at all feels like such an accomplishment to go into this stranger's song and be like, my heart is broken. That as well.
Because you have to like kind of bring like the same kind of energy, and if you don't relate to it, like that's why choosing features even on like my side, like if I want someone to feature on my song, like I'm currently looking for someone right now for a certain song, and I am like lost because what I need from them is so niche. Like it's so niche. I'm just like, hello, just fall into my lap, please, because I don't know where to find you. Like it's just crazy.
Put me in the booth. I'll do it. I can rap. Trust.
You don't fit this brief.
That's right. I tried. Nah, I mean, happens. Always
as long as mine.
But yeah. Nah, I wish mine was as long as yours, to be honest. But it feels like it just stunts at this level, like growth level, you know. But anyway, less on hair, more on albums. So I was going to mention more features because Manic has like I feel like a lot more kind of like really interesting ones.
It does, yeah.
Was there any that like because like there's some like they do like interlude ones, and I really think it's cool how she's like, I'm gonna get a feature artist and it's just gonna be like their song almost.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so are there any of those songs that like you go like, oh, I really like that one?
I really liked the one. It's called Strangers on the Hopeless Fountain Kingdom one. With I can't say her last name, Lauren Jarecki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I also really liked this one. This was I don't know if it was my favorite track, but it was like definitely one that stood out. I don't know why. It did feel a little bit different somehow.
It's a bit pop
to the
banger.
others.
Like it's almost borderlines corny, but like it just kind of hits the spot at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes
yeah.
corny good, you know?
Yeah,
Oops,
totally.
I'll just move my mic.
Sometimes yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna shout out the sugar interlude on Manic.
Oh, yeah, with BTS
With
as well.
BTS. Well, is Sugar from BTS?
I think so.
That's what I
yeah.
assumed.
I assume so.
Because
Yeah.
they like I just assumed because they're like both tagged, and I don't know, I don't listen to BTS, but for some reason I just listened down. I was like, this is sick.
Sugar went
Yeah.
in.
Sugar went in.
I don't know what he's saying because he's rapping in a different language. but Sugar went in.
It's just awesome. But
I'm
yeah,
just saying it's great.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the fuck he's saying like just pops off. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
what's your favorite song or songs? Or
Songs. Okay, so off Hopeless Fountain Kingdom, like I said, Strangers really stuck out to me because like it was like a little bit. I mean, it was just different. I think it was the fact that it was different, not more the fact that it was like a little bit more pop banger, but just the fact that it just took
Yeah.
a step away from
Yeah.
everything else a little bit. I think I don't know why, but one of the very few Halsey songs I've heard before is on Manic. Graveyard.
Oh.
And I remember because I listened to it maybe like 2 years ago or something like that. No, not even like when it came out. It was,
it was
literally
being
later
pumped
than
on the
that.
radio. It was
Yeah,
it was
yeah. And like when it came up on the album, I was like, this song's kind of awesome. Like the rhythm and the whole production behind it. I think I really I think that was probably my favorite. I'd probably
definitely
be able to say I think I'd say my favorite out of both albums.
there you
yeah.
go.
I really like it. I don't know why it stuck with me so much.
That's
but,
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
an earworm,
Sammy, I know
that
you know
one.
what.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to answer it, but is there anyone that you could say that's your favorite from either album?
Oh, it's so hard. Honestly, like I really like 929. I really just think it's just so beautiful. But I also really like the production in Don't Play. And I don't know, that one's on Hopeless Fountain Kingdom. It's just like really weird and like playful. So they're two different like moods. Like you got to be in two different states of mind to listen. But I feel like I'm a bit like that. Like I'm either like, sad, or whatever. Or I'm like, yeah, let's go. So I can't choose one.
Raging.
I got 2 albums. I got 2 songs.
Yeah, that's right. That's okay.
No.
We'll allow it. We'll allow it on this
Absolutely.
occasion.
Yeah, I think I already said mine. I think was Heaven in Hiding. I think I just love the build. It's like a full like emotional like roller like it feels like you're going like up a roller coaster.
That was one where I thought that was probably like the first one where the lyrics really stuck out because it was a bit more like in a weird way. It was a bit more like I guess like straightforward in a way about like herself.
I suppose.
You know what I mean? It was very open-hearted.
Yeah, I get
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any final things to say about Halsey, these specific albums? Like any last remarks before we move on to the final segment of the podcast?
Last remarks is that I've been around since like, as in Halsey fan, been around since like the first stuff. Like, what is it called? Room 90 something. Oh, am I even a fan? Probably not.
Tell you.
I don't know.
Sorry.
What is it? What is it called?
Room 93.
That's the one. And Badlands and like Ghost. Yeah. So I think she's great. And again, if you're listening, Halsey, let's write. Let's write.
I'm so sorry to do this, but I have one more addition. I have one more question to ask you. Have you seen Halsey?
I have, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's so fair. That's so fair.
I will ask about it in the break.
We'll show you. I think I'll show you.
It's actually hilarious, but I feel so bad for her. Like, I feel
I understand
so bad. 'Cause, like,
wholeheartedly.
right? Like, imagine if you were like 14, 15, whatever.
She's so
18.
young, so young.
Oh, like, and on the spot? Like, come on. So mean.
It's her singing a Blink-182 song when she's like very young.
Oh, okay. And people are just making
great.
fun of her or something.
It's not great.
Yeah. I mean,
again, she is a child.
Yeah, legit. Like, you can't
Baby.
fault someone.
And she's nervous.
But
You
yeah.
can see how nervous she is. She's like,
She's singing a Blink-182 song. Of course she's nervous.
Yeah, right.
I think I have heard about this now. They're saying
Maybe
it.
you
'Cause
have.
I'm just connecting the dots.
It
Malls.
recently
She's
went
just in a
viral
mall.
again. Yeah.
Ah, there you go. There
Poor
you
thing.
go.
Anyway, yeah, poor thing. Anyway, go listen to
Bigger and better things now.
Go listen to Halsey.
Let's hit lick number 2.
Oh yeah, and listen to this guitar lick to take us out. Good pivot, Diego.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're handshaking.
Welcome
back.
back. That handshake knocked a burp out of it.
Yeah. We're right into it. Welcome back to the podcast. We're going to play a game now, as we always do. First one for the year, right? In terms of like
This game that we're playing? Yes.
Definitely not the
Yeah.
first game for the year, but first, you know.
So you are opening the game into this year.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Into what will be a prosperous year for this game, I'm sure.
So let's
No
hit,
pressure.
That's a
hit,
bit
hit that
of
button.
That's a big.
It's a big deal.
Big
I know,
ask.
I know.
Big ask. Here's the song.
Geographonics. Geographonics.
Lyrically our weakest. Hands down. Lyrically our weakest
Hey,
song.
there's nothing false about the lyrics.
I will say it every time. Lyrically, easily our weakest song. 100%.
Some of them, some of them were harder to work out.
I
than
think
others.
The
what
best part
happened.
about
I'll
the
tell you
whole
what
thing
happened.
For me was that it was like glitchy as heck.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Good.
perfect. That's amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We ran out of ideas. That's what happened with
Yeah,
that
that was
song.
basically what happened, yeah.
You didn't need to hear it. It was the same thing over and over again. Joss, do you want
yeah.
to explain this game?
I will explain.
Because you're
the game.
hosting this game, right?
I am hosting today.
Okay, here we go.
So basically, the way Geographonics is played is we have 3 different snippets from songs. I got them from this website called radio.com. It's like radio with a bunch of
Five
O's.
O's?
Yeah,
Five O's?
like 5 O's or something. And basically,
Like Hawaii.
what radio is, it's like a map of the world, and you
Right.
pick a decade, and you click on a country, and it will play a song from that country from that decade, which is pretty cool. So I usually just pick a decade, or in this case, I picked not a decade, but I will explain, where we keep all the songs in that like style and in like that time era, and then I just pick 3 random countries, and you guys have to guess it, and that's what we're doing.
There's a scoring system.
The way it's scored, let me explain. So if you get the country right on the money, if you succeed by getting it 100% correct, 3 points. 3 whole points.
Okay.
If you get it, a country that borders it or neighbors it, like some, because obviously some countries don't have borders or whatever, like,
Close by, relatively.
I'm usually pretty lenient when it comes to this part, so I might give you 2 points if if you get it in the continent, the right continent. So if you go like Japan, and it's actually like Turkmenistan, I'd give you that. I'll give you a point because it's Asia.
I am
Okay.
so bad at geography. This is going to be so
Don't worry,
bad. I'm like,
I picked countries that everybody knows. I'm assuming.
Don't say that, because then I'll get it wrong and I'll still get it wrong. Like, I'll still
No.
anyway.
Everyone knows the countries.
Dude, you said Turkmenistan. I'm like, this guy's an idiot. He just mixed up the names Turkey and said one of the stands. What a dickhead.
What a dickhead.
Not a real country.
So and then so if you get the continent right, then you get A points. So a maximum 9 points is available. I think the highest score anyone's got is like 3 or 4. So don't be too upset if you don't.
I did.
pick too well.
Yeah, I did say
Right.
that. Nobody's been good at this game.
And Maddie actually is the only person to actually win the game by getting it exactly on the money with the correct.
Also, not technically playing at the time.
Yeah,
but
And it was a fluke.
it was a fluke.
It was awesome, but so
It was awesome.
It was really
All right,
hype. So
I'm ready. I'm keen.
let's get right into the first Geographonics song. We're gonna play that right now.
Það valur fótja, sma de minner så fraules. Það valur
fotja, það var alveg fotja, smadom er svo fraules. Það var alveg fotja, smadom er svo fraules. Það var alveg fotja, smadom er svo fraules.
Damn.
I'm going to pause it there.
Okay.
I will give you guys a second listen. I'll play the next like 20 seconds or so. But yeah, first thoughts.
I have an
Do you want
idea.
to start with Diego? Oh, you have an idea? Ooh.
I wasn't listening to the words hard enough because it went too hard.
It did go pretty hard. I only picked bangers. Oh, by the way, the decade I picked is Now, it's called. So music from the 2020s.
Okay.
So this song came out, I'm pretty sure every song I've included, it came out last year.
Okay. Wow.
So
All right.
There was some interesting elements in there.
There
it
were
was
some
pretty cool.
Cool elements.
Keep that in mind.
I think I need to listen to it again, Joss.
That's fair. But do you have anything off the cuff?
I'm thinking in the direction of Europe.
I want to hear what Sammy has to say as well.
Go ahead.
Europe
Okay,
is an interesting.
There was kind of like an English accent, but there was a bit of Indian kind of like fluty things or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It was. We'll get more into it. But let me play the next like 20 or so
Arabic?
seconds, and we'll see what you guys think.
I'm gonna really listen.
Okay.
Það var alveg fotja, smadom er svo fraules. Það var alveg fotja, smadom er svo fraules.
All right, that's all you
damn.
guys get.
Hot
I know
damn.
it is a fucking banger.
That's
And
a
it's
banger.
so-
Dang.
It is a
Banger.
banger. I only picked bangers today. That's all I can say.
Okay, I have a guess.
All right. Well, like I think Sam, as the guest, I think it is up to you whether or not you want to have the first guess or you want to let Diego guess and then maybe use that information to make your own guess.
I like it. You guess first, Diego.
Okay, if anybody who consistently listens to the podcast, you would know by now I am quite ignorant. But I will say I'm pretty sure I heard the word Frau in there, right? And Frau is German.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh shit.
so I'm gonna go with Germany.
Germany. We got Germany locked in on.
I'm
on
going
this
with
side.
Germany. I think whoever this guy is, famous, very strongly famous in Germany right now. That's what I reckon he's in the clubs in Germany, just like making people lose their minds, talking about fraus and stuff.
Now you've really thrown a spanner in the works for me. Cause,
Sorry.
You have thrown a bit of a spin
I'm-
in the works.
Because I'm hearing what you're saying.
Pause it. God,
I've done it again.
get this mouse away from him. Yeah. Oh, he said the same
I
thing.
was like,
Anyway.
okay, I really need to go again. I don't know. I was gonna say it had like a bit of an like Indian influence in like the
got that.
the like snake church vibes.
Yeah.
What
The
is- what is
microtonal
that?
stuff. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's like some sort of like woodwind instrument. That's
Is
all I
it?
can. It sounds like yeah. Or it honestly could be like a synthesizer, to be honest.
Ah.
But I don't know what language he was speaking
Yeah,
in. Like,
that's
there
the
was,
tough part.
It almost sounded French to me in a weird way. Like,
It is.
That was my first instinct too.
This is a tough one.
okay, yeah, I'm so nervous for this.
No, that's all right.
Okay. I it's like Arabic. I don't know. I don't know.
Go.
Can I lock that in?
You can. Yeah. Well, like, do you want to like sell like Saudi Arabia? Is that the vibe? Or
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the Arabic country.
What a continent is
But there's a
Saudi
lot of
Arabia
Arabic
on?
countries. Sorry.
What continent is Saudi Arabia on?
Saudi Arabia is, I would say, like, see, that's a tough one.
I see.
I would say Asia, but
Okay.
it's like, you know, where do we draw the line? You know, because like the Middle East
it
is almost
feels
its own
European,
continent.
I feel like
though,
it-
at the same time.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia is close to Europe, so
Shit,
is that-
maybe it's Saudi
Is that
Arabia.
what you're gonna be? Is that gonna be a lock-in? I don't want to take your answer for you. All right. So we've got Saudi Arabia and we've got Germany. I think I'll confidently give you both 1 point because I think you're both equidistant from the answer, which was Greece.
Oh, damn.
I think Saudi Arabia is
Shit.
Wait, what's this?
Constantine. is Greek.
Oh,
No way.
Oh,
Damn.
goodness.
That's rough. But I mean,
I'm a piece of shit.
It happens.
Oh my god.
Hey, but like, look, let me open the map.
Justin's getting the map out. We're getting deep into this because like if it comes down to like a
good.
tiebreaker, I think this will whoever is
Like,
closer.
Germany and Saudi Arabia are like pretty close to Greece. I think I'm just gonna go 1 point each.
Okay, I'll take it.
Like, they're not like pretty
I'm
close,
okay
but
with
like
that.
you know.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's been the first one. That's exciting.
Hey, we're both on the board, so that's very exciting.
And and in a complete
High five.
turn of events, we're gonna do. High five for
Oh.
the camera. But remember that cheeky old lightning round I was talking about
Oh shit.
a while ago? That's actually arrived right now. Mid Geographonics.
Oh shit. Oh shit, it's happening.
So we're gonna have to put Geographonics on hold, and explain the lightning round. So Sammy, basically the way the lightning round works is you'll have a minute to answer as many questions as you can. These questions by no means have like proper answers. You could really answer whatever you want to them, and we would be like, "That's a good answer."
I have a amendment I'd like to make
Sure.
because we are doing it over
Yes.
the internet. I was thinking we up it. Call me crazy.
Minute and a half?
Minute and a half.
I think that's fair because last time we did this with someone over the internet, it was really hard because there was a lot of latency.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, okay.
I think we'll give you a minute and a half to answer as many questions as you can. Like I said, that some of them don't have answers that are like proper or anything like that.
They're dumb questions.
A lot of them are really dumb.
So if you want to give a dumb answer,
And I think I just want to say like maybe keep the music out of it this time because I think it might be a bit too loud to the headphones.
We'll put it in post. But just
we
keep in
usually
mind,
have really hectic music here.
yeah, when we release this podcast and you maybe listen to it, I don't know. There's going to be really epic music.
Yeah.
There's going to be really, really epic music right now. Well, if you weren't going to listen to it, I suggest doing it now because this music rips, okay?
Because now you're going to miss out on this.
Because we wrote a 3-minute metal song to back this stupid little segment as a joke, and it accidentally is awesome, okay?
We're going to drop it one day. Anyway.
One day.
Are you ready to go, Sammy?
All right, let me get
I'm
a
ready.
stopwatch up so you can time me.
We're going to ask questions like
We're going to
alternate,
alternate asking you questions.
But yeah.
Good luck.
And I just
All
gotta
right,
keep
we're going to
answering
start the
back to
lightning
back.
round. Yeah. We're going to answer. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Sammy, what is the best generation of Pokemon?
I didn't watch Pokemon.
Purple grapes or green grapes?
Yeah.
How old are
Green.
you, if you don't mind me asking?
29.
Cats or dogs?
Neither.
Favorite Kanye West album?
None of them.
Why hasn't Drake been cancelled yet?
Because he's leading the Illuminati or something and he has too much power.
True.
Wow.
Do you prefer music or Weird Al Yankovic?
Music.
How did you get here?
My
Wow,
mother.
because you're not here. Yeah. Oh, fuck the Beatles.
The Beatles. I love the Beatles.
What element would you bend if given the option?
Air.
Oh, nice. What is the Roman numeral for 1 million?
1,000,000 strikes.
What is your favorite dark liquid and why?
Whiskey. Because
Oh,
great
nice.
times on
What's-
whiskey.
Nice. What's the furthest distance you've ever traveled?
Budapest in Hungary.
How long does it take you to grow a mustache?
Well, I am Greek, so not long.
If your name was James, would you go by it, Jim, Jimmy, Jimbo, or Jamie?
It, because it's my ex.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Wow.
And
Well,
that's it.
That's the lightning round.
I think the minute and a half was good because I think you answered a like what most other people have
The
answered.
average, roughly.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
average, yeah. So, which was a total of 15. Congratulations. That's pretty good. I think the highest score for this year so far is 20.
Correct? Yeah. Keep in mind,
That was 5 people as well. So
we have had people on the podcast do this in person.
Yeah, and do worse.
and score worse than that. So You're looking. You look great right now, and they look pretty bad. They look. Yeah.
All right, let's get right back into
Okay,
it.
so Geographonics. Back to the other game, the other silly game.
Yeah, like one silly game to another.
1 point on the board each.
1 point on the board each. It's all tied up. Let's listen to our second song from Geographonics.
My life, Manic, don't judge, they want, grab it, money, moolah, lavish, I live my life, AG, got it, keep 'em corrida. He say he birthday me, he say he gon' be my warrior. If I need it, he gon' get it, he gon' be my corrida. I can take a man, cause I'm big, and you're the Zawara.
Hot damn.
That pops.
Holy shit.
By the way, quickly, just I want to shout out Vox Populi for his song Matomenes Fraiulis, which is, I said that so wrong, and it's the last song that we played. I won't say the name of this one until we finish, but yeah.
You said that Greek name that badly to the Greek person, Jess.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. First thoughts on that banger?
It banged?
Yeah, it did bang.
It bang. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a toughie. It's a toughie.
Korea was name dropped.
So Western.
Yeah, it did. It did sound
was.
Western. There were a few countries name dropped, and there will be more name drops.
Oh, shit.
And that's why I chose this one, because I thought it'd be fun to hear how you guys react to the name drops of countries.
Wow. Well, yeah, I don't. Again, I'm too distracted by how good the song is.
It is a really good song. I mean,
I know.
I was pleasantly surprised with this find. I mean, radio never disappoints,
No,
but it always gives you
never.
really good finds. All right, I'll play the last 20 or so seconds, and then I'll let you guys deliberate.
Okay.
Look up in the mirror and I see that they come mirror me. Wanna be a fighter, Pakiatran in the Philippines. He gon' heat it, he gon' eat it up just like some Indomie. I got bitches all the way from Trini up to Indonesia. Once an been to where you got the money visa.
Is it over? Is it over already?
Correct.
Gives me like humble Kendrick Lamar kind of vibes, like the piano.
Yeah, true.
I love it. It's so sick.
Well, she
yeah,
sounds
what do you guys-
like a colored woman. Like she has the sass and the like attitude of a beautiful black woman. So I don't know
Yes.
if that, but that could be anywhere in the world. Like I don't know.
It could be.
That could be any. That could literally be anywhere.
So I'm pretty sure this artist has since relocated, if you will.
Oh.
But they grew up in this country and have remained here for a while.
Okay.
They started their career here, I suppose.
Okay.
So there could be just keep that in mind.
Okay.
That could be hence why the sounds maybe a bit more Western, and why there's a bit more influence in that section.
I'm going to throw an absolute wild card.
All right, I'm ready to
I'm
go.
going to throw a wild card guess out there.
Sammy, do you want to go first, or do you want to let Diego go first again?
I want to hear the wild card.
Yeah, go.
Australia.
Oh wow, that's huge. That is huge. Wow.
Hey, we're one of the most culturally diverse countries on the planet.
You are right. Yeah.
Name dropping all the
that's
countries,
true.
you know. Name dropping all the countries that are quite close to us. That's my thought process.
So you're gonna lock that
I'm
in?
going to lock in Australia. Whatever.
I think if you're going to guess Australia, I'm going to guess the base Australia, which is England. I'm just going to.
Australia.
Okay, so we got England locked in over here.
And Australia.
Australia. Look, I want to give 0 points to you, unfortunately, Diego. But I do want to give Sam a point because England is the place that she did relocate to.
Oh, dang.
So that was a pretty good guess. But she's originally from Thailand, actually. So,
okay. All right.
I was going to say like something like that, but okay.
Some Southeast Asian.
somehow, she was name dropping all those Southeast Asian countries.
Look. That's why I thought she wasn't from there.
Yeah, no,
because
that's fair. I could have been throwing you off for something
Exactly.
like that.
It was the
Yes.
mind games. It's all mind games with this guy.
So, like a good match of soccer, the score is 2-1 right now.
Nice. Good.
And that's like pretty hype. I'm pretty excited
Okay.
to see where this goes.
So this is the comeback of the century for Diego.
So Diego, you have to basically get it like around the
like
country, neighboring country, in order to be like in the running.
Okay.
Sammy, all you really have to do is just get the like continent right, and you're sweet.
You're sweet, yeah.
Because then
Okay.
Diego has to get it on the money.
Okay.
All right. So
If you'd like to begin trash talking, I'd suggest doing it now.
Let me
yeah.
also shout that artist out because she's awesome. Her name's Sonari, kind of like tsunami, but don't look at the last one.
Thank God I can't read
And the
that
song's
fast.
called Cinematic. Fucking banger.
Ooh,
I'm
nice.
going to listen to that on the car.
Okay.
On the
Yeah.
car, that's for sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
that's a
right.
banger.
Last one. It's heating up in here. It's getting crazy. Let's do it.
You going down?
Em cada de nós existe uma voz que mostra o caminho certo pra quem tá esperto, que mostra o caminho certo pra ficar esperto. Às vezes no meio da jogada tem mais.
All right. That's we'll play it.
Okay.
We'll
I've
play the
got
last
two
15
things to
seconds in a
say.
second. All right, go.
That was either like Spanish, like Mexican something, or like French. And
Yeah,
don't
I
know
see.
which
I see.
one.
Just it is an interesting, like language he be speaking. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to say anything else because I know. I'm aware.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Diego?
Well, I thought I heard Spanish, and then I realized it wasn't Spanish, and then I was listening as hard as I could just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a Spanish language.
Okay.
However, coming from the Spanish-French thing, that I understood.
Could it
right?
be a dialect?
Could it? It could be a dialect. It could be a dialect.
Could it be
Or-
something completely different?
Or it could be Portuguese.
Portuguese is another big one. I mean,
Is Latin the same thing as Spanish? Sorry.
So
that's blonde of me.
Spanish is like
no. Spanish was that's like completely fine.
yeah.
question.
Spanish. I only know this because I'm Latino. So
Yeah, Spanish
if
is a
I-
Romance language, which means it came from Latin, as did French, as did English,
Italian.
Italian. I don't think actually English might be
that's
like
why
a
we
bit
get
of
a
a stretch
crossover.
there.
No, it's definitely Roman. Yeah. And Portuguese is
Dang, I don't
basically
know
like
then.
Portuguese is basically Spanish and French shaking hands.
Yeah, so true.
That's kind of
Right.
what Portuguese is.
So yeah, let me play the last
Let's
15
play
seconds.
15. All right, let's listen.
Tem uma encruzilhada de cara pra gente saber. Se vai, se corre, se simplifica, se pega, se pica, se paga pra ver. Quem não sabe o que é quando encontra, se perde na conta, não consegue explicar.
So yeah,
Oh, what?
that's it.
Okay.
I
Also a banger.
Not sure. Yeah, banger. The guitars are
Also
giving
a
me
banger.
like that Latin, Mexican, Spanish
Yeah.
feeling, but everything else is
100%.
not that, and I'm really confused.
Yeah,
And he was like doing the Migos flow.
yeah.
Is it like Rio? Where's Rio?
Oh,
It's
like a
giving me
Brazil.
Rio.
Rio's in Brazil.
Brazil does speak
Yeah,
Portuguese. That is their
yeah.
main language.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Brazil.
you're gonna lock in Brazil.
I respect that heaps.
I'm locked in.
I'm going
Let's go.
to
Fucking
go
oath.
something that's going against my instinct here. And I think I'm going to go something that is Spanish, but where? Let me think.
Also, do remember, there's other countries that speak Portuguese.
Yeah, I know. Like
Let's just keep it-
Portugal.
like Portugal. That's a good point.
Portugal.
That's a good one.
I don't know any other countries that speak Portuguese.
Mozambique. I think.
Oh, do they speak-
Angola.
What do they speak in
Are you
Haiti?
giving
French.
him clues
Haiti's
right
French.
now? I'm feeling there's an unfair advantage.
Hey, if you'd like to change your
Yeah,
yes.
feel free to change. You could also just pick Brazil as well if you wanted
Nah,
to.
I don't want to pick Brazil, but I think I would like to pick. Give me Costa Rica.
Oh, I love it. That's so much fun.
Ooh,
Costa Rica.
okay.
Costa Rica.
Okay, so we got
All right,
This is the
who
moment of
wins?
truth. This is what it comes down to. This is what it comes
we
down
got
to.
Brazil
2-1
locked
Sammy's
in,
way.
and we got Costa Rica in. I just want to say congrats, Sammy, because you're the second person to ever win this game.
Damn.
The answer was Brazil.
Really?
Yeah, nailed it.
Damn, that's huge.
I knew.
That's a huge W.
Like, I genuinely failed everything but art at school. So I'm as just shocked as anyone in the room because, whoa, man.
This is a big dub.
Maybe we should start making trophies for people who get on the money. I feel
Yeah,
like
I mean-
this is something that is trophy worthy.
No, that's so you guess Costa Rica. I'll give you a point for
I'll
that.
get a point. But you go. That means you go up to 5, and I go up to a
5-2.
measly 2.
This is almost like Brazil winning a World Cup or something.
Yeah,
right? You
yeah,
know?
wow. That was
It's a
very impressive.
thrashing.
Very, very impressive.
Slay Queen, that's so
I feel
impressive.
You get a
God
slay
just
queen
spoke.
from God herself.
Fuck it up.
I feel great.
Nah, that was a good guess. I knew the Portuguese language would throw everybody off. I thought it'd be fun.
The fact that you were like, it sounds Spanish, but it also sounds French. I was like, I should tell her about Portuguese because that's what that is. It's exactly what that is. So good job.
Yeah, good job.
And then the way you were just like
Thank you
Rio,
very
and I was like,
Yeah.
Damn.
You said Rio. I was like sweating. I was like,
yeah, damn, that was awesome.
I don't even know where Rio is. Like, damn, I really know
Rio's,
that.
it's
Don't
not
even know how.
it's in Brazil. That's about as much as I can tell you.
I was going to say it's
not
the capital. It's not the capital. Sao Paulo, right? Yes. Yeah. Yes. My geography is still up to scratch. All right.
Nice.
That's the podcast.
Yeah, wow, what a great note to end the
Yeah.
podcast on.
Honestly, thank you for coming on. Thanks
Thank you
for
for having
nailing
me.
that. Always makes me feel really good when someone nails the Geographonics.
Yeah.
So fucking earth.
Good job. Congratulations.
How can we
Thanks,
find
guys.
Sammi Constantine on the social media?
Well, if you just type in exactly that, Sammi Constantine, it's going to come up.
Nice
pretty
and
much
easy.
everywhere. And it's Sammi with
Great.
an I. Sammi with an
I.
I.
Important.
Oh,
Important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like what we like to do at the end of every episode is you give us a wise word of wisdom, something you think the listeners should tag the episode off, just something nice. It could be something simple, very easy.
And then when you say your wise word of wisdom, I will hit play on some fun background music that we can dance to as the
credits roll.
As the
Okay.
credits roll.
Yeah. So
A wise word of wisdom from Sammi Constantine.
we'll give you a bit of time to think. Let me know when you got it, but we'll pad for the
I got it. I
meantime.
got it.
You got it. Let's hear it.
Good.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Respect that. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode of the Plug Podcast featuring Sammi Constantine. That's Sammi with an I, and of course, she plugged Halsey's 2 albums, Manic and Hopeless Fountain Kingdom. They were great listens. Highly recommend listening if you haven't checked them out already. And of course, thank you to ProPodcast for letting us use their space and producer. Check out their Instagram. It's at ProPodcast Production. And while you're there, check out our Instagram at itstheplug._. Check out our Facebook. Check out the Facebook group. Check out the TikTok at plugtalk_ with the O is a 0. Check out the YouTube if you're not doing that as we speak. And check out the Patreon. Hey, there's a large backlog there of the post show where Jack Hawley and Joss basically hang out for an hour and chat nerd shit, probably. I don't know. Anyway, tune back in next week where we'll have some sort of other podcast. I honestly can't keep up with the schedule anymore. It's bye.